At no juncture did I ever think I'd be saying this ahead of 2027, but it's alleged that yesterday the home of Moses Masika Wetangula was raided by DCI and EACC operatives. Just check out these tweets. And I quote, Cornelius Kariuki Rono posted, Justin, EACC officers currently raiding the home of National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula. It is boiling nicely. Mzee Mzima said, EACC officers reportedly raiding Moses Masika Wetangula's home. Imefika wakati kama wa Kenya tuambiane ukweli. Ruto is making sacrifices. Now in this video, I want us to look into some of the reasons why the EACC raided Wetangula's home, and with no further ado, let's get after it. Now the first reason why Wetangula was raided is because this is the opportune time to do it. How so? The entire National Assembly is currently on a 2-day retreat in Mombasa, where they're set to review Parliament's mandate and later on to hold joint talks with the judiciary. So boma haina mtu. In fact, here are the images of the National Assembly members in Mombasa. So Wetangula had best believe all his dirty laundry is sitting in a file in Ruto's desk, and Ruto is the one who knows when he'll use it. Now the second reason for EACC raiding Wetangula was to help fulfill Ruto's promise of pursuing corrupt members of parliament. Now in case you missed it, this is what Ruto said earlier on in the week.
There are people who are destroying the credibility of parliament, and they are collecting money in the name of parliament. And some of the time, or most of the time, that money never gets to parliament, it gets to a few people. We are not going to shame them. We are going to arrest them.
Now, to zero in on the culprits, the security forces have decided to go through the Speaker of the National Assembly because he knows who gets kickbacks and in which committee. You know, to catch a thief, you need to use a thief. So all those corrupt chairmen, the self-appointed welfare members, mambo yao itakwisha sababu if all the details are with Moses Masika Wetangula sitting in his homestead, then I bet they're sweating bullets in Mombasa. Now the third reason why Wetangula is being raided is because of insubordination. Believe it or not, Wetangula indirectly called Ruto a hyena in that he first accuses his would-be victims of corruption, then he goes after them thereafter. Here's a tip.
And there is a common saying that when the hyena wants to eat its children, it says they smell like goats. So we need to be alert. We need to respond, like I said in the house. If something is said about you,
and if there's one thing on this earth Ruto can't tolerate, it's someone who calls him out for his behavior. If you start telling Ruto the truth, the way Rigathi used to tell him the truth, you get impeached. Muturi was frustrated out of office. Gachagua, same thing. Why? All because of speaking truth to power. Wetangula, within the past 48 hours, just like the majority leader, have both been misbehaving. Ishungwa is talking about impeaching the president and conducting oversight on his office, while bragging that nothing can be done to him. Wetangula is busy calling Ruto a hyena and saying that he has no powers inside the National Assembly, that he is the top don, based on what I heard him say in Mombasa. These two things put together have led to the president believing that these two are in cahoots and they are very bad company for each other. He was expecting one of the two or both to help snuff out the fire that has started in the National Assembly, but they are the ones adding the coal inside those flames. So TikTok, Wetangula, your time seems to be up. Now the fourth and final reason for this raid on Wetangula's home is because the president needs to gather enough data and evidence to help remove Wetangula as Speaker of the National Assembly, because there is no broad base if there is no equitability or equity for that matter. If the Senate Speaker is going to be Aaron Cheriot, the National Assembly Speaker had better be somebody from ODM, Otiende Omolo, Junet Mohammed, Babu Owino. It has to be somebody from that faction so that they can feel it's a Nusu Mkate government and Raila can support wholeheartedly moving into 2027. I'd hate to be the Speaker of the National Assembly right now. Anywho, let's see what Kenyans on X had to say about this, and I quote. Senator Abdi Kadir said, I will celebrate once they charge him. For now, let me keep quiet because I don't know if it is PR or not. Jeff said, I told the people long time ago that Wetangula atatemwa nje na Otiende is going to take over. Steve Mbug said, Papa Roma rudishe pesa ya e-citizen yenye amepatiwa, hatudai upuzi. But my best guess, this is a political purge to give way to Otiende Omolo to be the Speaker of the National Assembly. Huyo na Musalia have no clout in Western. Wanjao Mwangi said, Wetangula has no more utility to Ruto and he has lost relevance in his backyard. Ruto wants to award this seat to Nyanza people cause he needs them more in 2027. Paulo said, he ni kudilute story ya Gachagua coming back. The raid will not result in anything meaningful, I guess. Karl Murray said, when President Ruto formed a team, MAT, the multi-agency task force, and declared war on corruption, some Kenyans were skeptical, and that's understandable. We've seen many promises that led nowhere, but what people forget is that every long journey ends eventually, and it always starts with someone. I guess Wetangula ndo atafungua hiyo chapter. And finally, Kwame said, if Ruto goes after Weta, Ichung'wa and parliamentarians for corruption, nitajua Kasongo ni mwanaume. He arrests those thieves, jails them, then 2027 we jail Kasongo. We get rid of corruption in Kenya. But what say you guys? Do drop me your own comments in the comment section below and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. Now with that, here's today's ad of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.